Raise your fist to the air. Tunes Brothers everywhere. Rockin' loud, feel the sound. Tunes Brothers smashing ground. Whoa, rebels with guitars in hand. Raise your fist. Raise your fist.
All right, welcome back into Tunes Brothers. We've got Tommy, who's on one tonight, or on something, or onto something, one of the two. We got Darren, Vaughn, Wild Thing, Louie, Scotty, Down Under Dave, and Scott. This is right up your alley. What do we got going on?
Well, we got a band tonight that we're going to do one of their best albums, in my opinion. It's totally transformation from the 80s, from the 70s, from this band. And a band that I've never been a super huge fan of Aerosmith now. I mean, but I do like a lot of the earlier stuff. So, as far as I know, I'll have to give Rocks another good listen. But for as long as I can remember, Toys in the Attic has always been my favorite album by Aerosmith. It's got some good jam on it, man. It changes pace a few times. Very bluesy influenced, of course. Aerosmith always usually has been, except in the 80s. You know, it seems like I don't know if they got tone deaf or somebody just totally decided to rearrange Joe Perry's guitar playing from bluesy to classical. That seems to be what happened. You know, I don't know why they done it, but anyway, seemed to have worked for so part, you know, but it's not a bad album. Actually, it's pretty good. It's got some rockers on it. It's got a ballad on it, I think, or two, and it's got some mid-range stuff. So all in all, I have 3. Used to be 4 playlists, 3 now. But I do like most of the album. So let's dive off into the abyss of Aerosmith. Don't know how much you guys know about this album so that's it.
All right, Tommy, what's your thoughts on doing this album?
You know, I can see why Kiss had competition. This is a solid album. Can't say that it's my favorite, but it definitely leaned me towards more Aerosmith. I honestly thought they were just, you know, sounded like they did like in the radio, with all their hits on the radio play. But one of them being Sweet Emotion, obviously, and Walk This Way. Wow. I could see why. Top notch.
All right, Darren.
This was a pretty enjoyable experience listening to Toys in the Attic. Aerosmith is a band that I liked up until they really switched formats and went for the radio play and the big bucks over just having some kick-ass songs. So once they kind of flipped, and that was about around the time, in my opinion, with Dude Looks Like a Lady. Even though that was a little heavier, I mean, it wasn't their ballad stuff that they got really big with later on, but it was around that time. Permanent Vacation was that album where they kind of, I think, switched and went more airplay mainstream than just focusing on rock and roll. But that being said, Toys is a good album. Like Tommy, I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but it would be up there. Like I said, it was a good listen.
Louie.
Listen, Next time an album name gets dropped, I'll keep my fucking mouth shut as to what I think of it because I didn't know the album like I thought I did. I have all the Aerosmith stuff, but all mixed up, whatever. And this album doesn't really do it for me. I got one song I really love, a few that I minorly like, and one or two for sure I can't fucking stand. So I'm going to be ripping on this album, or at least just say that's my song and not put it there because that's what I think of it. It's not going to be much of a dissertation for me beyond what I'm saying now. So that, what Rob thinks about Van Halen is what I think about Aerosmith. For me, each album has a couple good songs here and there, and I do happen to like a few more Van Halens per album than Rob does. But like I said, what he thinks of Van Halen is what I think of Aerosmith.
Okay. Down under.
I find myself agreeing with Lewis more and more each day. I don't know what's going on. I've never listened to an Aerosmith album all the way through, and after listening to this one, I can see why. This just did not do anything for me. Sorry, Scotty. I know you like that kind of bluesy stuff, but I'm not really into it. And yeah, not much grabbed my attention. There were a few songs that were okay, and one in particular that's quite good, but not for me.
All right. Well, before I give my take, the giant ancient elephant in the room, they can't help themselves. Kiss is doing another set of shows in Vegas. No makeup. No makeup.
Oh, what they're sponsoring.
They will have Bruce Kulick and other guests. My guess is Paul and Gene trying to quiet the fans' anger about the lack of respect to former members when it came to those, at least those last two shows on the farewell. Gene has postponed a batch of his solo band shows to pull this off. And of course, he's reminding everybody, he said, hand to God, I'd never play another makeup show. And of course, people are reminded, oh, they said they weren't going to tour, and you just knew this was coming. My thought is either Paul's going to sound better after all of the rest, or it's just going to get so much worse with age. I would not buy a ticket to this, even if I was already scheduled to be in Vegas. You know what this is going to be. It's going to be like watching the Gene Simmons band or Ace Frehley band. It's going to be people up on stage with instruments, no fucking show, and basically just completely wrecking themselves in anybody's eyes for their legacy. But what do you think, Scott? Did you know this was happening?
I heard, somebody sent me something, and I'm like, man, come on, dude. You know, you can't put a Band-Aid on cancer, bro. I mean, this ain't gonna make up for that shit, man. I mean, you know, you've done what you've done. Just accept it and move on, dude. Everybody knows. I mean, why are you going to put yourself through this? Is what I would be asking.
Well, you know what's going to happen too. There's going to be all kinds of. Is Ace going to be there? Is Peter going to be there? Is Vin? I mean, it's just starting the shit show all over again. Just bow out. Tom, are you sitting on something that vibrates? What are you doing?
I'm on my bed. I spilled my drink on my bed.
Oh,
on my laptop. So I'm wiping my laptop clean.
As far as this Kiss thing goes, I don't give a damn because they do a one-off show or they tour again. I just don't pay attention because the End of the Road show was not a very good show. I have multiple videos of POV camera watching the show, and it's a boring set list and everything else. And as far as the new thing goes, it means nothing to me. As far as Paul's voice goes, if he's smart enough to use his Soul Station voice instead of his phony Paul Stanley Star Child persona voice, it could probably be an entertaining thing to see if he's smart enough to use his Soul Station voice. That's all I got to say on that.
See, and that's the only. I have nothing against people doing a show, regardless of how old they are. I am so tired of having to endure the Paul bullshit with his voice that I hoped he would have just hung it up and stayed the fuck away from it. God knows what he's going to sound like. That's my only. If he could go out there and sound respectable for a one-off show here, a cruise there, whatever, fine. But man, he's not getting any younger. I don't think the voice is going to heal itself miraculously. It's bad enough, you guys, they went out on that note of having to use backtracks for a lot of the, higher vocals. And so how much more worse do you want to make it for your last impression? You want to do something to help your legacy. Forget about touring. Get your ass back in the studio, record a real fucking Kiss album, and just let it go. Just let it speak for itself. You don't need to tour. You don't need to put your voice through that. But whatever. I'm sure it'll.
I agree. Play songs that you can sing. Don't play the songs you're going to have to hit ranges with. Play the.
Yeah, if they do this and go right back out with the same set list, even for one show, I am just going to lose my fucking mind.
They're going to.
I know. Whatever.
And
I don't give a fuck. I just had to bring it up because I saw it yesterday, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
My thought on it is, the damage has been done. Let laying dogs lie.
Let people forget. Let people forget, and then get lost in their memories of when you were good. Don't keep reminding them of why you're quitting.
One of the reasons this is happening,
Like you can come out with as many documentaries as you want. I'll watch every single one of them. Obviously, you can, just come out with that. I would be fine with that. But, doing another concert is just not needed.
Go ahead, Louis.
This is happening 50% of the reason is because Gene's solo tour is bombing. And it's his own fucking fault for trying to recreate an unmakeup, non-pyrotechnic Kiss show. Instead of him going deep into his archives and playing more of his own songs, original stuff, and sticking with that and presenting something like, this is the other side of me that also rocks, but was never in a Kiss show or whatever, he would have done a whole lot better off. But to see him doing a mini or a poor man's Kiss show, it's like, what the fuck? We already heard these songs for 50 fucking years, Bring something new to the table. And it's his own fault for that.
He's following and Ace. I mean, Ace is selling fucking less tickets than an old folks' homes fucking senior dance because he's out there playing Kiss songs that he didn't even fucking write or sing. I mean, where's the fucking Frehley's Comet stuff? I mean, both of these guys are trying to live off the same fucking songs that have been played live for 50 years by Kiss. So they don't have to do any work. They don't have to learn nothing new. They're just trying to milk it. And they're going to continue to milk it as long as they're getting fucking paid.
Well, I had seen the cancellation of some of his shows prior to the announcement of the Kiss shows in Vegas. But I had taken a look at going to possibly see Gene Simmons when he comes through Denver. But for 2 tickets, if it was going to be me and the wife, which she probably wouldn't want to see him anyway, but she would still go. But for the 2 tickets after the taxes and fees, it was like $270. I am not going to pay that to see Gene Simmons. I'm sorry. And that's part of his fucking problem, thinking he can charge over $100 a ticket.
Hey, have you seen what he's really trying to do there with that almost $13,000 to come and be a roadie?
Fucking work for him and pay him $13,000. Bullshit. Yeah. So, he needs to come.
Sorry, Aerosmith viewers. I just had to bring that up. So now my take on this. I've never been an Aerosmith fan. My introduction to this band was seeing the video Walk This Way with Run DMC. Back in the 80s, I had no idea who Aerosmith was or Run DMC for that matter until that video. And it just didn't do nothing for me. And then they came out with, the tranny looks like a lady and all these horrific songs with big horns in them. And I never got it. You know,
Well-
Janie's Got a Gun was horrifically brutal. And then they're modern crying inside me. Oh, just fucking brutal fucking ballads. I hated this.
I don't
band.
want to make the thing.
Whatever it is, I don't give a shit. So Melvin Darren was an Aerosmith fan, and he got me hooked on a song that I'd never heard before called "Back in the Saddle."
Yeah, that's a good
But
tune.
okay, so early Aerosmith must be better. And then, of course, I started paying attention, Sweet Emotion and all that stuff. So I didn't know what to expect going into this. It was bluesy, not horrific blues, but it was bluesy. I come away kind of 50-50 on this, so we'll get to that. So Tom, track number 9.
My track number 9, Round and Round. I just it wasn't for me, man. The song just wasn't for me. There's more that I liked on the album, and just I don't hate anything on this album. I don't like anything on this album. Not that I don't like anything on this album. It's just the song wasn't for me. So my number 9 is Round and Round.
All right. For my bottom feeder, it's the one song that I really couldn't stand on this album, and that's Big 10-inch. This is their version of trying to do some sort of 40s swing song, and filled with just mostly filled with sexual innuendo. It's the worst part of this album by far. So didn't care for this one at all.
Lewis.
No, right off the bat for me, if a ballad's got to be a ballad, it's got to be a good one for me to respect it or like it. And this is a total crap ballad. You see me crying.
Okay, fair enough. Scotty.
I guess you can ring the bell with Louis because, yeah, I don't like the ballad that much, even though Steven's voice is not bad on it. I'm singing it better than, I like it better than the 80s shit. I can tell you that. That's it. But that's not saying too much. The ballad is not that great. And it's my number 9. So nothing much to say about it.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, I'm with Darren. Big 10-inch record. Just nothing for me. Probably reality's probably big 4-inch record, let's be honest. But, you know, everyone exaggerates. But yeah, this one just did nothing for me.
Okay, well, big 10-inch record. This is about as brutal as it gets. First of all, I hate that. I like some 50s music, but this is more that bebop swing shit.
Yeah, that's 40s.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. This, in fact, I listened to this album 4 times. This is the only track I listened to once, and then there was no way I was listening to it again. So that's by far the worst song on the album for me. Thomas, number 8.
My number 8 is Toys in the Attic.
Wow.
The only thing I don't like about the song is just so much chorus and Steven's voice they use. It kind of, for me, it just ruins the song. If they didn't use any effect on Steven's voice, I think it would have been a lot better. But because the effect on his voice, they use too much of it, it just ruins the song for me.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Darren, number 8.
Number 8. It's not
Calm
the
down,
sneaky
Scott.
uncle that Scotty's always talked about. This was Uncle Salty. This song, it takes it down a couple of notches from the leadoff track. This is semi bluesy, which isn't a big turnoff for me. I don't mind some blues stuff. And it does have some decent late song harmony, but it's just not near the top of the songs on here. So again, I didn't hate it. I mean, this isn't big 10-inch record, but this got a C rating for me.
Okay, Lewis.
I'm going with Round and Round for my number 8. I was like, thought I liked it, but then when I gave it, back to the full listen, I was like, nah, this ain't what I initially. I was going to put it mid range, but forget it. To me, it's not as bad as See You Crying, but bad enough.
Fair enough, Scotty.
All right. Okay. So I'm not getting some of you guys so far, but anyway, what the hell's different, Number 8 is the one that y'all do love so much, your big 10-inch record. Yeah, trying to be comical, trying to, like Darren said, sexual innuendo on everyone. Yeah, that's not a song that I'm going to definitely listen to again, if I can help it. But believe it or not, they play that damn song on the radio.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm serious.
Wow.
But those two right there are the only two songs that I do not like at all on this album. So we're in my 1, 2, 3.
7 Up.
That's it. But I don't like them all the same.
Okay.
I got 3 that I like okay, and then the other ones are awesome. There you go, man.
Okay, Dave.
I think the most enjoyable thing about this record is going to be watching Scotty go through his emotional turmoil in the corner.
You might need a therapist after this.
I'm going with Tommy on this one. Toys in the Attic. I just don't like the vocals on this one. Sorry, Scotty. Like, I got to tell the truth.
Damn, man. Of all the songs you could go with on this fucking album.
Oh, I could have gone with a few more, but you got to put them somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8 for me is just another epic failure at an Aerosmith ballad. You See Me Crying. This thing is freaking brutal. And, I've grown over the years to appreciate Steven Tyler's voice, but something he's trying to do that I just don't understand when he sings vocals on a ballad is just fucking ultra whiny or something, to where songs that really have a decent structure, he just grinds you into submission with his fucking whiny vocals. Maybe it's just the way it's coming off to me, but man, that's the last of the 2 songs. Those are the 2 songs for me that I absolutely fucking hate. Everything else in here, surprisingly, I can listen to. So, Tommy, number 7.
My number 7 is You See Me Crying. Yeah, this is a strange song for me. To me, this one didn't feel like it belonged on the album. Kind of like Big 10-inch record, but yeah, number 7, You See Me Crying.
Okay, Darren.
All right, ring the bell, because that's also where I have You See Me Crying is at number 7. Normally I like ballads, right? I'm not the type of person that just shits on them all day long. Yeah, that's Lewis's job. But this one just doesn't work. I think, this was the last song on the album, and they could have easily cut this. The album was 9 songs and just under 38 minutes, so they could have saved themselves a little bit of space, I don't know, and just dumped this one all together, but it just, not a good tune.
That's incredible that you say that it was that short minute-wise, because one thing I forgot to mention is they've got a real issue on this album of knowing when to end a fucking song. There are countless songs on here where like the last 40 seconds is just unnecessary music that just keeps going. So if they shaved all that off, you're looking at fucking under 30 minutes for fucking 9 songs. I don't pay attention really for albums, but that seems awful short.
No. You could have
That's
sex
just their
4
drinking
times to
skill.
it. I mean, just think how many times you could listen to.
All right, Lewis.
All right. I hate this song. It's like don't hate it as much as my other two choices, but it's hateable enough. Big 10-inch.
Is that
I'm
everybody
jealous
who
because in
covered
my
that
life I
song?
almost reached 9 inches, but I never quite got there. I think it was like a quarter of an inch away from it in my early days.
Wow, Louis.
You got
He's in Dream World.
No, I'm not.
You measured all the dudes before you had sex with them? I mean,
No.
Oh.
And where do you get that from what I said? There's no. Never mind.
Okay.
We just
Scotty,
crossed it off.
number 7.
That's Louis, right?
What about
No.
Lewis
we
just
just
did
went.
Big 10-inch.
Number 7. A song that I do like. Believe it or not, when I first heard this song, it didn't register with me. But the more I listened to it, and even as much as Darren hated it, I do like the chorus with the harmonizing in it. Uncle Salty. It's not bad. I actually like the swagger in this song, man. You know, Steven's got kind of a swagger, and he can do a lot of good things with his damn voice, man. You know, but to me, like agree with Rob again, the damn ballads just don't get it. So, but yeah, man, I like Uncle Salty. That's track 2, I think, on the album. It's not bad. A little bluesy, you know, a little below mid tempo, but not bad.
All right, Dave.
I agree with Scotty's choice, but I don't agree with his sentiment. I think it's a shitty song. Don't write songs about uncles. We all know that.
Yeah.
This album would have been a perfect EP, I think. 3 or 4 songs.
Your uncle's raft.
Uncle
Well,
Salty
exactly right.
is my uncle's raft. Yeah.
That's how we got salty, was being on that raft.
In the ocean.
All right. Number 7, I think, is the heaviest track on here. And I like it, but I like other ones more. So this is where Round and Round falls for me. It is a good tune, man. Surprised me. Because this kind of doesn't remind me of what Aerosmith sound would be. This seems a lot tougher and heavier than what I'm used to hearing from the band, whatever genre or decade. So they all got to fall somewhere. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised with this album. I really was. Number 6 to you, Tom.
My number 6 is Uncle Salty. For it being not the lyrics or anything that it's about, uncles or whatever. Just the bluesy take of it. I like blues. I listen to a lot of blues. I listen to more rock than blues, but I like it. It's the riff is catchy. It's blues. It's mid-tempo. I can't go wrong with it.
So is this song blues then, or
Could have been green.
It's bluesy.
Could be greens. Could be collard greens.
all right, Darren?
Number 6, Round and Round. This is a solid rocker, like Rob said. Has a really good Perry solo, I think, as well. And the bass line is almost metal-esque in this song.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite fit what I would consider to be, the sound that Aerosmith settled on. Whichever, if it was the 70s to mid 80s and then 80 and then beyond that, right? Because I still think there were 2 different bands, 2 different sounds anyway. But yeah, Round and Round, it was a good tune. I just like some more better.
All right, Louis, is this getting any better for you yet?
Yeah. Yeah. Uncle Salty's number 6 for me. I'm starting to see a little improvement in things. That's all That's it.
All right. Scotty.
Okay, this is not bad either. This is my mid range, and I can listen to these songs. Like I said, the last two shit, but 7 and up I can listen to. No more, no more. This is kind of an acoustical jamming song, and they pull it off really good, I think. Mid range, you know, not too heavy, not too slow. And I actually like it for being a lot of acoustics in there, man. I don't usually like that. You know, it kind of mirrors anything for my baby, you know, with the acoustic guitar in that. You know, we're talking about close to the same time frame here too. But yeah, man, No More No More is number 6 for me, and it's pretty jamming tune. Like it, all right.
Okay, Dave.
Number 6 for me. I am a ballad guy, as you know. Sorry, Louis. You See Me Crying. This is okay. It's not a great ballad, but I could listen to it. But I wouldn't actively seek it out. But yeah, number 6.
Yes, Scott.
I meant to say, there is a Tesla song. I know where the hell they got their intro from. No More No More. It's identical. It's either on the Great Radio Controversy or it's on Psychotic Supper. Somebody figure out that damn song. I can't figure it out, but it is identical to the intro of No More No More. That's it.
Are you calling plagiarism?
Changes?
Yeah, it's Tesla. When I heard this again, look, guys, this album here, as far as listening to this album, with the exception of hearing the hits on the radio, man, I ain't listened to this album probably from front to back since the 70s.
Okay.
I mean, it's been a long damn time. And when I listened to that one this last go around, well, the few times I've listened to it, I'm like, damn, that's Tesla. They got exactly. I don't know how the hell they didn't wind up in court for that when Kiss wound up in court for something not even, I mean, close, but not nowhere near as close as this. So yeah, man, not bad though.
I can see why you haven't listened to it since the 70s. Eh?
Oh, shut up. I'm not a huge Aerosmith fan. I mean, I do like some of their stuff. I'm sure a lot of you guys like Louis and you so far, I can tell that y'all didn't take to this album.
Call it what you want, call it what you will, or whatever that Tesla song is. That's
what you give.
That riff is yes. Yep.
Is it what you give?
Only what you.
No.
You're more the Tesla guy. Call it what you want. Is that a Tesla song?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That is literally the identical intro. I just listened to No More No More.
Yes.
It's called Tell Me What You Give, or what's it called again?
Only What You Give, I think, is a different song.
That's about it.
Okay, because I looked at Google AI real quick and I got What You Give. Anyway, it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong.
I had a light bulb moment.
Call It What You Want. That's the
Call It
fourth
What You
song.
Want. Yep.
That's the fourth song off Psychotic Supper.
Yep.
The third album.
Okay.
Now
So, Dave, did you give your number 6 yet? You did. Okay, so it's up to me. All right. This song is a victim of overplay, and unfortunately, overplay of the wrong fucking version. Walk This Way, which Aerosmith by themselves is 100 times better than that fucking Run DMC shit. The video was mildly entertaining, but I don't need to hear that hip hop shit in the middle of this good song the chorus is so much better this way. So that's where I got Walk This Way, falling at number 6.
Agreed.
My number 5. You know, may come as a surprise to you guys. Maybe not. Big 10-inch record.
Wow. I thought we all covered that
It's
already.
not surprising.
You know, I happen to like the 50s/40s pop. Surprise on the record. I was not expecting that. I had to do a double take and look at my phone and be like, "This is Aerosmith." They do an absolutely good job with that kind of music. You know, top notch to me. Very energetic and happy going, in my opinion. Obviously, you know, the topic of the song, but yeah.
Only prissy Kiss fans have a problem with sexual innuendos.
Right.
Yes.
All right, Derek.
You know, no, it's not that I have a problem with it. It's just overdone.
I heard that a lot of gay people like that song too. So sure.
There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
The gay jokes again.
Yeah,
This
so
mess.
damn gay fucking damn it. And I was trying to be so
Okay, Darren, on to your number 5.
Number 5, Walk This Way. I mean, I think it's pretty impressive, Tyler's, how he can sing like that. I mean, that takes talent. This is a very famous tune, obviously. And some of the things I was reading earlier about this is that some people thought that this was the first ever song sampled for a rap artist, which it was not, by looking that up. But that's where I was introduced to the song as well, when it was the Run DMC version with Aerosmith. Although this version is much better than the one with Run DMC, like I said, I enjoy it enough to put it at number 5. It was just mid tier for this album.
Sweet. Louis.
Number 5, Adam's Apple. Sorry, I got no more.
Wow. Are you
Damn,
okay?
Louis.
Do you need a drink of water? You did a lot of talking there.
Blood
All right.
pressure.
It has nothing to do with it. It's just one of those songs because let's put it this way. I like it. It's going to get confusing. The next song I have lined up for round 4, I'm going to do a lot more bitching about that. And it's going to sound like I hate it more than the other ones. But, you know, just that Adam's Apple didn't bother me that much. And even though I put the next song as a high ranking for one reason, I really just want to lay into that song.
You guys see what I did there? That's how you host a podcast. I just got a couple of paragraphs out of a sentence that he was going to leave it with. All right.
Awesome.
Hey,
Good job, host.
Hey,
Oh.
there's a couple of albums that the hardcore Aerosmith fans go to for their favorites, and this is one of them, and Rocks is the other one. I guarantee you, since this one didn't hit these guys right here like I thought it might, Rocks probably would. It's got Back in the Saddle, and it's a pretty heavy Aerosmith album. They're sister albums anyway. But anyway, unless they like the 80s stuff better. There you go.
Ugly sisters.
Number 5, and I guess ring the bell. It's Adam's Apple. I like this one. Up tempo, jamming. This is a good song. Hadn't heard this in a long time. I love the way Joe Perry's guitar sounds on this album, man. He plays some good damn solos. I know Darren, I think somebody hit on his solos a while ago. Yeah, he does. And believe it or not, I was not a fan of Joe Perry's guitar in the 80s at all. I don't know what it was. I did not like how it sounded. I did not like the sound of his guitar, man. There was something about it. It sounded nothing like the 70s Aerosmith anyway. But Adam's Apple, it's bad. I like it. We're getting better as we go now.
Down under.
It's bad you like it, or it's good you like it?
It's good, bad that I like it, but not as bad, good. So, Bud, good, bad. Yeah.
Mhm.
Even my nonsensical mind can't figure that out.
I'm glad I asked. Number 5 for me is Walk This Way. I actually prefer the DMC version, to be honest, but
Cut him out. Get him out of here.
it's okay. Like I said, I wouldn't turn it off. Hey, some people haven't
You
used
didn't
it.
like that? No shit.
Well, to be honest, I think, even though this came out in my ear, I'd probably remember the Run DMC version a lot better than this one. And yeah, I liked it. Sorry. I was in my MP moment, so.
All right. Fair enough. Number 5 for me is one of the coolest goddamn riffs on the album, Toys in the Attic. I wish the chorus was a little less repetitive and a little stronger, but man, the music through this song kicks ass. I can't believe I'd never heard this song before. It starts right away and just grabs you immediately. An amazing, amazing song from a band that I really didn't give much time of day to. Apparently, I was listening to the wrong decade of Aerosmith.
Yes.
Okay, Tommy, number 4.
My number 4 is Adam's Apple. Unlike Scott, I happen to like Joe Perry's guitar playing, and this is one of the songs, other than obviously Round and Round, is where he shines. To me, when I first heard the song, I was like, man, Steven's telling the story of Adam and Eve. And I'm like, well, that's a neat twist way to do it. And I enjoyed the song. I, in fact, listened to the song on repeat. But it's not my number 1 because I liked other songs on this album way more. But
And
number 4 is Adam's Apple.
Because you just listed it at number 4, it's not your number 1.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Darren.
Well, ring the bell, because I also think Adam's Apple is to number 4. I think this is a solid rocker. I'm not sure who had shit on it earlier. Was that you, Scott? I know that Scott likes girls with Adam's apples. He said that's the most attractive trait.
And I'm the gay one.
Won't take one without them.
Make it make sense.
No, I like the storytelling, and I know that most songs that's what they're doing. They're telling a story, but I like the way that they approach this song. The scream towards the end is this classic Steven Tyler.
Amazing.
Yes. And those are just some of the things that I liked about this and why I was able to put it at number 4.
Okay, and I would like to formally apologize to Steven Tyler because he's been the butt of most of my bad singer jokes most of my fucking life because I was going on Loving an Elevator and Dude Looks Like a Lady and all that shit. Janie's Got a Gun. Motherfucker can sing his ass off in this 70s shit.
Yep.
As much as he looks as, your mother-in-law, he's just one of those voices, man. Ugly is a stack of rocks, but the man can sing. He can sing.
We had a buddy, Brian Melvin. He had some pretty rocks that were in a bag, so not all sacks of rocks are ugly. Lewis, speaking of ugly rocks. Oh, Darren?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know that that's the second time that the song Dude Looks Like a Lady has come up. That song was actually written about Vince Neil.
Yeah.
If people
I find that funny.
I find it fucking hilarious.
So do I.
Yeah. So
I think if I'm mistaken, the story was he almost went and hit on Vince Neil at a club. He thought it was
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wrote the song
How
Adam's
blasted
Apple.
do you
That
have to
too.
be?
Okay, Lewis.
Okay, first of all, my mother-in-law never looked as good as Steven Tyler, even in his old age. Okay, my wife was cute and beautiful, but I guess she took after her dad or something. At least.
So you are gay.
Why?
You just said your wife's dad was cute and beautiful.
Well, no, I mean I'm just talking. You know,
No,
some people look
that's
like
what you.
their
That's what you
mom and-
insinuated.
Okay. And the other thing is, yeah, that song, "The Dude Looks Like Lady," the Vince Neil thing, and they put the part in with "dude" because all the band was talking, kept saying "dude, dude, 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 dude." So that's why I put the "dude looks like a lady" into that song, which I happen to like. I don't. I think it's a fun, catchy, bouncy song, especially watch the video. He's going all over the place with the lyrics like, "She had the body of a Venus and imagine my surprise," So it's got some good stuff in it. Now, my number 4, "Walk This Way." And the reason I'm going to go into this song is because I know it's a big hit. It's got that popular, well-known riff. You take that riff out of the song, and the song is a total shit fest. I read fucking lyrics, okay? The fucking lyrics, even though you could read what the words are, has a nonsensical structure. It's total gibberish, even with the words written. Like, what the fuck do these words mean, and everything else. And on top of that, I know that this album blew out "Dressed to Kill" 10-1 on the album sales or whatever. But let me tell you something. This fucking song, take away that riff, it couldn't fucking lick the balls or the ass or anything off of Two-Timer Ladies in Waiting. And that's what I got to say about "Walk This Way."
All right, Scott.
It's
Number 4.
alive. It's alive. He finally come out of his shell, man. I love it.
I'm letting Frankenstein
Oh,
out.
no doubt. All right, number 4, ring the bell with "Walk This Way." And great. I love the drums, man. The intro, ta-da-da-da-da-da. It's a rocking ass song. And the only reason I guess it suffered number 4 for me, because it's a damn jamming tune, bro. Always has been, is "Overplay." My God, I've heard this just as much as "Rock and Roll All Night" and Boston and the Eagles and all that shit on the radios over the years. But this one, I don't give a damn if I ever even hear from the Run DMC ever again. I hate it too. This one is the one that's the real deal. This is the rocker here.
Okay,
I know
Dave. Oh, not done.
money's involved, but I'd have never let them destroy my song that way. But that's me.
Yeah, but that helped them put them back on the map, right? They had kind
Yeah.
of fallen off, and by doing that, they got back in the mainstream, and then they took off again.
And think of it this way: they're getting royalties from 2 different versions.
Right?
Yeah, Scott, you got no business then, Scott.
It's smart.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay,
I
Dave.
don't care about it.
Number 4 for me is "No More, No More." I like this song. The album should have had more of this. It's a simple chorus, but it just works for me. It's very catchy. So these nests are okay. So
All right.
that's why I said an EP would have been better.
My number 4, I was very hesitant to even listen to because the title is ridiculous, but it's a great song, "Uncle Salty." Absolutely. I was waiting for there to be some disgusting meaning behind this or something, but it's just a good rocking tune. That's all I have to say about this.
Oh, well, my number 3 is "No More, No More." Like Dave, I thought this was a good song. One of my 3, 5-1, I'd listen to over and over again, really. Well, 6-1, counting Uncle Salty. But yeah, that's my number 3. Take it or leave it.
All right. I swore that I would never change my list mid-show, but I can't. I mean, it's so hard when I'm just matching up with Tommy so often. No More is number 3. I do love that guitar opening. And now I'm going to have to go back and listen to that Tesla song, and maybe it was because of that that I just. But like I said, they slowed this one down a little bit, but I like the boogie woogie sound to the keyboards. I think it's an awesome hard rocking tune. Like I said, for me at this point, these are the songs that I really like on this album, and 2 of them were a surprise, and one of those is No More, because I don't think I had ever heard it before.
All right, Louis.
Number 3, No More. It's good enough to be at number 3, not good enough to be at number 1.
I changed my mind.
And you're doing a number 2.
I changed my mind. It's number 9.
Okay, Scott.
All right.
I think Lewis kind of took the energy out of the room with his little outburst there.
Yeah, man.
Ago.
Put the fear in us, dude. Now we're getting to a song that I can't believe you guys just shit all over this song, man. And I damn near forgot about this song. I hadn't heard it since. Round and Round, man. No, it ain't rad either. This is heavy metal Aerosmith, bro.
Yeah.
This is melodic Aerosmith. Fucking rocking, bro. I mean, literally hard rocking Aerosmith. A totally different tone in this song than the rest of the songs on here, man. I mean, they are really punching it on this song. Great vocals by Steven. A good solo by Perry, man. Just a rocking ass tune. This is playlist for me 3 and up on here. I love it. Rediscovery of one of their heaviest songs, man, that I had forgotten about. So yeah, man, Round and Round, number 3, solid.
Cool. Okay, Dave.
Number 3 for me is Adam's Apple. All I've just got written down is just a good solid rocker. This is more the kind of music Aerosmith should play. So,
okay. Number 3 for me would have been my number 1 Aerosmith song of all time until I heard this album, Sweet Emotion. One of the coolest intros, one of the most melodic, harmonizing song Aerosmith's ever had. Of course, absolutely legendary, great tune, all of that. But this is one of those rare times that I love where a band's album that I've never heard has 2 songs that, in my knowledge, were never played on the radio that I've ever heard that are better than the radio released songs. So, Sweet Emotion now is number 3.
All right, that makes me. I guess that makes my number 2. My number 2 is, well, guys, I hate to say it, but I happen to like old school rap, and RCM. Walk This Way is my number 2. Comparing both versions, one with RCM and then Aerosmith just alone, I happen to like this version better.
Who is RCM?
Oh, DMC, Run DMC.
Run DMC.
Gotcha.
RCM, yeah. Damn it. Run DMC. I happen to like them, and a little bit of old school rap and stuff like that. But when I compared both these songs, I like this one a little bit more without them, regardless if this was a cash grab or not. The riff, I dare anyone to pick up a guitar to try play the riff. It's a bitch to play. It really is a bitch to play. I tried playing it this morning after listening to it, and I couldn't. So, number 2, Walk This Way. I also fail as a guitar player.
All right. At number 2, and I know some of you crapped on this one pretty early, But I think Toys in the Attic is a tremendous song. The way that they sync the two guitars and the bass together, just one great riff in the song. I think it's a little bit chaotic, but I like that. And then the solo midway through from Perry is top notch. I mean, I couldn't find one poor thing to say about Toys in the Attic. I think it was a great song chosen for the lead off. Not every song has been great after that, but Toys in the Attic is a damn good song. Number 2.
All right. Louis.
It's tricky, rock around to rock around the time it's tricky. That is a good Run DMC song. Now, anyway, I dig that one. Number 2. Well, I guess I've been very emotional throughout this thing, up, down, happy, yelling, complaining, and being somber. So Sweet Emotion lands at number 2 for me because it's good enough to be at number 2. But it ain't done fucking can't lick the fucking ball of their ass at number 1.
Okay.
So,
There's a lot of ball licking going on up there, Louis. What's going on?
well,
Damn.
licking
Speaking
pussy
of
too
Uncle
good
Salt.
for these fucking people. For these dogs.
What the hell?
Shit. I love the
All right.
episodes where I don't have to be the ass. All right, Scotty.
Lucky you might
Number
lick it.
2. Lick it up. Number 2. Ding ding. And then Sweetie Emotion. Oh, dude. This is a song. I don't give a damn how much they play it. It don't get old. I love the intro. Like Rob says, I love the extended intro. It just comes into it with that bass, man, and they just start rocking. Steven's voice just carries, man. Just a rocking ass fucking song, bro. Love it, man. This one right here, Walk This Way is kind of, I like it, but it's more of a groovy. This is more of a heavier song, man. The riff, man, kind of round and round. It kind of falls a little the same, but sound different. But yeah, man. Look at Sweet Emotions.
That's one of the rare intros for me that I would say could be longer. I mean, I enjoy that. So coming in with the talk box and it's just got a killer bass groove behind it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Dave, number 2.
Number 2 for me, Scotty, is Round and Round.
Yes.
This song, if I listen to it more, I think we'll probably hit number 1. But based on the fact I've only heard it a few times, but this is the hardest rocking song on the album. This is just a great song, and yeah, I'm surprised I've never heard it before, but just can't beat number 1 at the moment.
All right.
Hey,
Number
I'll
2
tell
for
y'all
me.
something before you go. Rob, I thought everybody on here would have that at number 1, 2, or 3 because I know people like the hits on here. But I just figured that. So, all right.
Well, I figured everybody was going to have Sweet Emotion at number 1, so I'm a little surprised, at myself included. Speaking of songs I never heard before, She Ate It. Adam's Apple is number 2. Like Darren said, the story behind this is so fucking clever. And like he said, also all songs tell a story, but some songs make it clear
Right.
what that story is. You don't have to overthink it. It is so cool. I love the music in this. It's just an amazing song. Surprised the hell out of me. So, Tommy, up to number 1.
All right, my number 1. Can't beat it. Can't live without it. Sweet Emotion. Man, what can you say about the song? The creepiness of the intro, the talk box, Steven Tyler's fucking vocals. It's just, I love this song, man. Even as a kid, I love this song. Until this day, it'll always be my number 1 Aerosmith song to play. Sweet Emotion. Not play,
All right.
listen to, rather.
ring the bell as predicted. Sweet Emotion is my number one. I think this song defines rock and roll in 1975.
Yeah.
Even the movie Dazed and Confused played the entire song. It's just that iconic. And I think for every group or person hanging on to disco in 1975, I think this song came out to cover the stench of disco and try to kill it completely.
Makes sense.
I mean, I like the reverse sounding percussion in here. That bombing melody is unique, I think. And this is one of the songs that's permanently ingrained in my brain. I mean, this song, I mean, I've liked it since the first time I've heard it. It might be my favorite Aerosmith song. There is one other that, depending on the day, might switch back and forth. But Sweet Emotion, it's a great song, deservedly number one.
Well, you said that reverse percussion, and immediately I got the compare. It sounds just like on Trick or Treat when the record starts playing itself backwards. It sounds just like that. That is cool. Yeah.
You know, it'd be pretty neat if that was what that record was doing with the reverse backwards. I bet you that is Sweet Emotions intro. It could be because it sounds close to it.
Why don't you pull your bottom lip over your head and swallow?
Why don't you blow me?
Just fucking
Pull the
with you.
foreskin over your head and vanish up your own ass.
Okay, Louis. Number one.
The only best song, great song on the whole fucking album, the only song on my fucking Aerosmith playlist from this album, Toys in the Attic. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people. That song kicks ass, run from the beginning to the end, everything else. You know that toys in the attic, toys, whatever. That song's a fucking masterpiece.
It was my number two. Settle down.
All right, well, the other four then, okay? But anyway, Toys in the Attic, number one. As I said, the only song on my playlist from this album.
You better check your blood pressure after this episode.
You get laid, Lewis. Seriously, man.
For the record, I did not shit on that song. I had it right at number 5.
Anybody who doesn't put it at number one means they shit on the song.
All right. Scotty.
Number one. I'm riding Louis' coattail again with toys in the attic, toys. Hell yeah, man.
Right now it's down to
The
3.
verses, how Steven sings them fucking verses, man, and his voice just, he's got that, oh man, the rocking house. Dude, fucking bad to the bone, bro. This is Aerosmith at its best, in my opinion. The way this was going, I did not think I was going to get anywhere close to number one with Louis today. But Louis, you have redeemed yourself, brother. Number one, the title track, Toys in the Attic, dude. Fucking rocking.
Okay, Dave.
Okay. I used to respect both of you, but I'm not sure now. This episode's been very gay. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of gay innuendo going on.
What is with you
something-
guys being gay?
Something
Like,
to do with
I have
Steven
questions
Tyler?
for
or-
you guys. Are you guys, a little funny? Because
I don't
y'all
know, you
keep
got
mentioning about
Louis
this
licking
gay
balls
stuff.
and assholes, and he might be laughing, but I'm not. Number one for me is the only song that could have been number one, which is Sweet Emotion, and history probably plays a big part in that. But this to me is just the perfect Aerosmith song, and like Darren said, it would probably vie for the top spot of my favorite Aerosmith song of all time. So I'd be surprised if you've got something that's better, but Toys in the Attic. This album should have been called Sweet Emotion.
Man.
That would have been a good title.
All right. So nice when I'm not involved in these rumbles. My number one is another surprise song for me. No More, No More. That is about the most melodic verse. I would hesitate to call it chorus because it starts almost immediately, sporadically through it. It makes the whole song. It is such a beautiful harmony and melody. The rest of the song is good to boot, but that just hooked me immediately. I couldn't stop listening to that today while I was doing my routes. Awesome song. So yeah, I agree with you guys about Sweet Emotion up until this album when I discovered two other songs that right now I like better. Will they stand the test of time for my liking them as much as Sweet Emotion? Probably not. But right now, Adam's Apple and No More, No More are just breath of fresh air for me. So there we have it.
Better than what I thought it was going to be. I did not know.
Me too,
what
because
was
when I
gonna
first started
transpire.
listening to this album, I was like, oh, fuck. But man, I said I listened to it 4 times today at work, and with the exception of that goddamn big 10-inch record song, and it was much better than I anticipated the album to be. So
Awesome.
now I was also going to say, just so you guys don't feel left out, I know it's logistically impossible, but he had said his offer to get free tickets to the Warning was to everybody on the show.
I'll fly over.
The flight would cost me half my fucking year's
Yeah.
pay or something.
I would love nothing more to go and meet the girls of the Warning, but you know what? The flight cost alone,
Yeah.
and with my job changing, shifts and people getting fired, and me having the only one that pick up the slack,
I told him
can't
already that you guys just live too far. It'd be more expensive for you just to get there than it would be to be worth it. I mean,
if
We
it was
appreciate
close by,
y'all.
no problem. I'd drive down there.
If you
there's
guys
gotta
Get
be-
a license and I'd drive down there myself.
If you
Tommy,
guys want to do a
you're-
GoFundMe, I'll come.
I got an idea. Okay. Do you have a way on your cell phone to go to your channel and set up a conference feed or something to your
a
stream?
live stream. I could live stream it.
Good. Have us on the show while you're meeting them. We could all say hi to them.
Oh, I can run the episode from my phone.
I was just going to say, if you could have it live and we could say hello to the girls while they're there. You could do that.
They'd have to agree to it. Otherwise,
Yeah, and it's not like each person
right.
gets 20 minutes here. I mean, it's, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Next.
That's all it would be with me. It wouldn't be
I hope
more
you're
than
going to
10
ask him.
seconds.
I hope you're going to ask him to be on the podcast.
Yes.
They have been on
Bitches.
plenty of small channels.
You know,
Yeah.
they might do it. Because they're on.
Imagine the popularity the channel is going to get.
I was
to
gonna
do
say-
that.
Rob, I was going to save this for Saturday, but I'm just going to tell you now. I was watching a video with the 3 girls promoting their Mayday tour, and they were doing bloopers. They couldn't get it right. And pow, she had her hair parted this way. She had these tinted glasses. Her cuteness went up into the stratosphere with that fucking look she had. I was like, oh my God, Allie's not the only best cute one. Now it's Danny. Now it's Pow. Danny's cute too. They're all beautiful. But Pow just looks so amazingly different with her hair that way and wearing those glasses.
there wasn't any chance of them doing this show right there.
Hey, it's what I was just thinking.
No, it
Hey
was.
guys,
That is
They know
not
they're
going to
cute.
defray them at all.
Scotty,
I
go ahead.
got to check out, dudes. I got to grab a call.
Okay.
All right.
Good
Take it
episode.
easy.
Scotty,
Let me know what's going down, man.
No,
I'll be in
You
touch.
guys take it easy.
you
all right.
too.
yeah, mate.
Okay, so I suppose we can wrap this up and do whatever talking we need to do afterwards as soon as I get Scott's oblong square off of here. All right. So there we go. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. No idea what we're doing next. Doesn't really matter right now. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Two brothers smashing ground.